Now, you remember that before the ES6 EC6 were launched, there was of course a rumor that surfaced to say that mid-May NIO was going to launch those models. Well, it appears that the fact that we just ticked on NIO just launched those models, we can also expect the ET5 Touring, ET5 mid sedan to also be launched end of May, right? They are also coming, pending confirmation, but they are also coming. And those are also very important, especially with the ET5 Touring, because ET5 Touring was the second best, or is the second best selling model onto NIO, and seeing it also closing in onto the ES6, it is a very important model for NIO, and people will want to get their hands onto that 2025 facelift ET5 Touring as soon as possible. Now, this simply means that there are two models left, since the two 6.6 are launched, right? The 5.5 are coming end of May, and boy, I must say I cannot wait to see what they will be like, because they've got a very good strong market into China, which is why they are also very, very important. And looking at how NIO has been doing stuff, I'm quite certain that before the end of this month we are going to see them already being delivered to customers. I'm quite certain that the 28th of May we are going to see this ET5 Touring, ET5 mid sedan also being delivered to customers, and they will be factored into the May deliveries, which, boy, I must say I'm hoping for 100% delivery growth rate, but if not, let's get an all-time high. Any number over 32,000, it will just be so great and so amazing, and it will represent of course an all-time high since NIO's inception, because there is no month where we saw NIO hitting the 32,000 mark. The most that NIO did was in December, where they just delivered over 30,000 cars. So we want NIO to start delivering 50,000, 60,000, 70,000 on a month to month, so that we know they are going to the next level, which is the next level is profitability, right? So I am very happy. I'm looking forward to the last 5.5 to be launched right now in May, because they are very key onto NIO deliveries. These are also important models onto NIO, and therefore their deliveries or their launching also matter the most. Yes, ES6 is the best selling, or SUVs tend to do better or perform better in China than sedans and hatchbacks and touring. But who would have thought that ET5 Touring will be the second best selling model onto NIO? Who would have thought that the ET5 Touring will do the kind of performance, or will have the kind of performance that we are seeing coming from it in China at this very moment? No one thought that. No one predicted that. Even NIO themselves, they never thought that we are going to see that taking place. But seeing it take place, you and me can agree that obviously things are just showing that things are going to be so great when they launch it. The ET5 Touring, ET5 mid sedan, it's going to be great, and hopefully they start with the deliveries 28th of May, which is something that is so good, and we look forward to that. I mean, one of the videos I did, I think, I can't remember if it's today or yesterday, we're talking about the truck full of the ES6 and the EC6 being delivered to the delivery centers, because NIO is preparing to start with the deliveries of these models on Tuesday, which is something that we look forward to, and it's great. And yeah, man, I cannot wait to see how many vehicles is NIO going to deliver of the ES6 EC6, because at least they got 11 days to deliver that car to the people that placed their pre-orders last week on Saturday, which is something that is great, something that is just so amazing. So blue sky is coming, that's for sure. I think you and me can agree that based off what we've been seeing, also the big investors or the smart money doing in terms of their NIO holdings, increasing their holdings, I think you and me can agree that obviously good things are coming, great things are coming, and I don't want to fall behind, which is why I told you that I'm going to load the boat also whatever I can. This coming Friday I will be loading more onto NIO, because I know that blue sky is coming. Regret is worse than failure, and I think it is good to go in the market and increase my holdings than to sit on the sidelines and watch and watch NIO take people to the next level. So I want it to take me to the next level in terms of financial freedom, which is why whatever I get, I also prioritize increasing my holdings onto NIO. I mean, there's a lot that I've spoken on to NIO about. I mean, there's a lot that I've spoken a lot about NIO on this channel. Just this weekend alone, there's also a lot that we have discussed, and one thing is just leading, or all these videos are just leading into one thing, or shows us or signals to us one thing, and that is a blue sky is coming. There are some people that may still don't believe in NIO. There are some people that might still don't see where NIO is headed, but me, I think I know. I've made my mind up. My mind has changed, or my perception onto NIO changed from 2020 when I saw what they were doing. Yes, they've made mistakes. They've done pretty bad mistakes, and the good thing is that they've learned from their mistakes, and I think we can expect a great and we can expect great things in the future to come. I mean, one of the things that, I mean, something personally to me that NIO is helping me with is not only am I understanding how business work or how to make things work in business, probably not only am I learning how to invest in the stock market, but NIO, the way they are doing their stuff, running their business, it's also teaching me to also implement some of the strategies into my own small businesses that I have, right? It is making me to obviously think or do things the way that, of course, or that NIO is doing, the approach, and that is you need to always try to be ahead of your competitors. You need to always try to stay alert and listen to what people say. These are some of the things that I'm learning from NIO, right? Because with this comes greatness, or with this comes success onto a business. These are some of the things that I'm learning from NIO. I'm not just investing, but I'm also learning pretty a lot, right? To say that it's important to important to give an ear to your customers. It's important to try to find a competitive advantage that separates you from other peers in your market, because with that, it's what will lead you into being recognized. It's what will lead into you succeeding in the future. But again, I'm not saying I'm there. I've learned and I don't need any lessons anymore. I'm learning as I'm reading, as I'm giving you guys content. I'm still learning in terms of investing, in terms of how I run my side businesses, which is something that, of course, honestly, yeah, I've learned a lot, and I can safely say, because of things that I see NIO do, because of the work that I see NIO do, my personal stuff have also improved, right? Even how I deal with stuff from a personal perspective, it has sort of like shaped, or I have sort of like changed the way I do stuff based on some of the decisions that I see out there, right? Some of the things that I get, and it's not just to NIO, right, on to NIO, but business as a whole, what we get to read, tensions and all that. I think there's a lesson that one can take away, and they use it in their life to better, or to try to better their life, right? So there's a lot that I've learned from NIO. But anyways, enough said about me. There are 2 models left in May, and hopefully we get to see things becoming even much better for NIO. We get to see NIO going to break records with these 4 models, which constitute, by the way, 85 to 90% of NIO's total sales. Hopefully things get better, and hopefully we get to the promised land. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Whatever I say here are just my opinions, not professional financial advice. I will see you on the next one, my dear friends, and God bless you all.